We're going to go to France because there is a former surgeon who's gone on trial today for the alleged rape and sexual abuse of 299 people, most of them children, who were his patients. Joël Scouarnec, now 74, will face his victims in court during a 4-month trial in Vannes, Brittany. He faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted, on top of the 15 years he is already serving after being found guilty of the rape and sexual assault of children in 2020. The prosecution is making use of the surgeon's own notebooks in which he documented this pattern of violence and abuse spanning over 3 decades. Let's speak then to Jamie Smith-Maillet. He is a freelance journalist in Vannes. Jamie, good to have you with us. I've just seen actually from Agence France Presse here that he has admitted to most charges in this trial. What does most charges mean?
Yeah, as far as we know, with most charges yet to be completely follow through and see exactly what that means. But what we do know prior to the trial, in any case, is he had not admitted to rape. He admitted recognizing some of the instances that are being put forward in this case. And prior to that, he admitted in his notebooks that these were fantasies and not necessarily true to the reality of what's in the case. So we can see a slight escalation and change in the message as we're moving forward. To go over the counts that are being held against him, there are 300 offences, 111 of rape and 189 of sexual assault. And that's for the period of 1989 to 2014, 25 years through which he was in the profession as a surgeon through France, through Western France, Brittany, and also Southwestern France. And as you mentioned there are 299 victims, most of them patients. The average age was 11, a mix of boys and girls. So really quite unprecedented circumstances. And you can see just behind me here just now, the court has just gone into recess, a break in today's proceedings. It's just been sitting for about an hour and a half and will continue later today. And today is really just setting out the calendar and the timetable for the case itself, which is due to last 4 months right through to June, given the circumstances, given the unprecedented nature of this case as well.
In some respects, we're still reeling from the appalling abuse that we learnt about in the Gisèle Pellicourt case. And now here we are faced with another extraordinary case involving rape and sexual abuse. How is the country responding to that, Jamie?
Absolutely. There is a sort of odd timing of these two cases, just the way it has fallen in some ways with the ending of the Gisèle Pellicourt mass rape case in December. The way the country has responded in some ways is there's still a sense of shock overall. And I'd say with Gisèle Pellicourt's trial, which I followed closely, there was a sense of wanting to change attitudes in society. Now, what's coming forward with this case, and where there will be very tough questions, are tough questions of the institutions, the healthcare system, and also possibly the justice system, which allowed this to happen for a number of years, with potentially signaling and reporting in the 2000s of the risks that this surgeon posed. Now, talking this morning, just like came into court earlier this morning, we could see groups standing outside the courts and protesting and demonstrating, feminists and moving on images for gender-based violence in France. And a lot of these are issues that will continue in this case as well, though they're quite distinct cases. In fact, I talked to one former retired GP earlier today about just that. And she said, well, actually, Gisèle Pellicourt has set the trend for cases like this in that they can be made public. And there is much more public discussion about these cases. And she said that was the positive message coming from the closure of the Pellicourt trial in December.
Just a reminder that the news in the last few minutes is that the French surgeon in this case has admitted to most of the charges. We'll continue to watch that. Jamie, for the moment, thank you very much.